It's the Carolina Hockey Minute. I'm John with my friend Cole here. Canes win 6-3, back-to-back wins north of the border here tonight, Cole. Some big performances to do.
I mean, you lost the game before you left the States, and you haven't lost since you left them. Ghost Despair took a heel to the groin. I don't know if it was into the boys or into the inner thigh or what, but
He left and did not return.
I think he had 5 minutes of ice time total before he was out. At 4 minutes and 1 second in ice time, and then he was out.
He did score a goal tonight, but after he left, we really picked it up. The five defensemen that were left played well.
We had, 3 power plays tonight, and the third one looked pretty good. The first one was okay with Ghost. Second one
Massey
was fresh without him.
to start the period.
Very sloppy, not very good.
But the Hurricanes win every period tonight.
They went Keandre Miller, Zach Hyman, Nikolai Ehlers as the 3 stars.
Okay, so they didn't include Blake.
They didn't include Blake.
Blake with the game-winning goal tonight. That was, let's get into it in order. Hyman scored to open the game. He had a good game tonight. Gostisbehere scores, and Ehlers scores. That's the first period. Ehlers stays hot.
He does. He got a goal and an assist tonight.
So that's at least 5 points in the last 2 games.
First goal in the second comes a minute 37 seconds in. Martin, a little Marty party.
Little Marty party, Keandre Miller. Yeah, Miller had a hell of a night tonight,
He
man.
did. It's 3-point night for him.
Yeah, not just offensively, but he was good defensively, too.
He was. He had some good sticks. He was in good position.
He prevented at least 1 goal. I feel like Slavin the same tonight with his good sticks.
He took that penalty that led to the power play goal, but I don't think that should have been called because they gave him a tripping penalty, but to me it just looked like a hip check.
That was Keandre.
Yeah, to me it just looked like a hip check.
That's a move you saw in the NHL a lot more 25 years ago than you see now, to be completely honest with you. And it's McDavid that's getting hit there.
Yeah.
If anybody's going to draw a call, it's going to be Connor.
Canes, the most shots they allowed was in the second, where they allowed 9 shots on goal for Edmonton. And then once again, we had another game where they got more shots in the second than they did in the first and third combined.
That happened again.
Yeah. They only got 7 total, 3 in the first, 4 in the third.
Lockdown third period.
We did. We shut them down defensively. They out-hit us. They out-blocked us. We had more giveaways, but we had way more takeaways.
They out-blocked us, no doubt, because we had roughly not just double the shots tonight, double the scoring chances and shots overall, not just on goal.
At one point in time, the faceoffs were like 70-30. We finally closed it down to
back
58-42.
Stahl was dragging us along there to start the game, right?
He was.
In the faceoffs, I think it was Stahl.
Yeah,
right?
I think that Aho was the one who was really bad.
Jankowski did come back to play center tonight. KK healthy scratched again. Freddie Anderson in net. We haven't really talked about him too much. We thought they might go with Bussy tonight. But I'll tell you what,
it's hot against him apparently.
He got the run support that I said he wasn't getting the other night tonight. 6 legitimate goals.
To go back to what I was saying, Jordan Stahl, 50% on the face-off.
Okay.
Aho, 41. Stankoven, 27, 3 for 11, excuse me. And Jankowski, 4 for 6, our best face-off at 67%.
Nice. Yeah.
Leon Draisaitl wasn't being beat tonight. 10 for 15, 67%.
Damn.
Nugent Hopkins, 83%. And then Connor McDavid, 56%. I mean, there were aspects of the game where Edmonton owned it, but they weren't enough.
Will not show up on the score sheet. Canes officially 0 for 3 on the power play, but the game-winning goal, the most exciting goal of the night from Jackson Blake, was on a delayed penalty.
It was.
He was excited. The team was excited to get that one.
He got the double bird.
He did.
He turned around, and there were 2 Edmonton fans, front row, both of them full extend. Bird to the face.
And then Hyman gets his second in the third period, makes it a 1-goal game again, before Stahl would add an empty netter. Jarvis had an opportunity, thankfully.
He did. It was a weird fumble on it in a way.
Yeah, choppy ice perhaps.
But luckily he recovered and pinned it into the corner. It's not one of those ones where he whiffed on it and then they just turned and bulleted back down the ice. He lost it. Yeah, that stinks. But he didn't lose it. He whiffed the shot, blah, blah, blah. But he stayed on it. He pinned it into the corner and they didn't get to rush back. And then in the third, man, they didn't have. We locked them down defensively. There was nothing they could do.
It was close to a 60-minute effort, too, even though the Canes didn't score first tonight. After they're up 5-3 late, we didn't even give Edmonton a chance to get their goalie back out.
No, I
he
had
was
the
stuck
feeling,
in the net.
I had a feeling because there was 1:30 left after we scored or something like that. And, 2 goals. It's Edmonton.
They've already scored.
You think they're going to pull them again. Yeah. And they had a couple opportunities where they rushed up, and they could have pulled him, and they didn't. And that made me want to get that 5-on-5
Jarvie
goal.
stayed in, and as soon as the goal went in, the 6th goal from Blake, you said, yeah, man, I really wanted that one.
I wanted that one because if you're down by 2, there's 1.5 minutes left, you should pull your goalie. You've got Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl on your team. Right. Get over yourself. And then, but they didn't, and so Blake just put the old 6er on him.
Draisaitl -2 tonight. That's great. Our old friend Ross Levick -2 tonight. I was really looking for McDavid. McDavid was how many shots did he have? Having a hard time reading this. Two shots.
2 shots, 1 assist, 1 point.
That's fine. That's acceptable.
You got 2 penalty minutes, 1 block, 1 hit, 2 giveaways.
Strong road game here from the Canes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good one. They score first that you don't really like. You don't like playing from behind, but then we strike twice and take it back. And then after that, we didn't. We took the lead and we never gave it up.
Ghost got hurt, came back and scored our first one.
That's
tonight.
Right. That was one of the weird ones where Ghost drew a penalty. We didn't score. Then he took a penalty. They did score, right?
Yes.
And then he came out and scored it right back.
Right. That was the first 2 goals of the game tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freddie going to end with an 8-13.
His numbers are just not going to look good with Carolina. He's not.
No goaltender's going to pop up. Like you said, we're lucky that Bussey's over 900, if he still is.
Within the system we're playing right now, we have so many games where we're letting in minimal shots, but a few of them are unstoppable, and or Freddie's just not up to the stops.
Well, so the first Hyman goal was just a beauty backhander
on the rush.
That's nothing.
Didn't have a problem with him giving that up at all. That was defensive.
Very few goaltenders are going to stop that. But now we get to the second goal that Freddie let in the second period.
Podkolzin, his 14th of the year, unassisted.
And I don't understand. He did it short side,
the position,
down low.
Yeah,
Freddie with his all the way up to almost his knee outside of the net. Like, he went down early.
He wasn't in position because of the turnover from Nikishin.
Yeah, so
Walker.
Nikishin dropped it back to Walker.
This was the worst the defense was all night, on this play. Other than this, our defense played well tonight.
Nikishin drops it back to Walker on the wall from the corner in our zone, in the defensive zone. And Walker didn't know.
It was just miscommunication, I guess.
Something, I guess he thought he was going to take it. Walker did. And then, But anyway, so Walker goes to play, gets hit on the boards. They jar it free. But it's so down low, all he has to do is seal the post. Mm-hmm. But he has, Freddie Anderson does his trademark thing, and he has his foot outside of the net. So he's like, I don't know. He should have had his skate. He should have been pinned against it hard.
Right.
But instead, he was like down on his knees, essentially, and that exposes the upper shoulder, and it just goes right in.
I thought the shot was good enough to beat him, even if he was in position, not in position.
But like, it's one of those things where, like, if he'd have been in position and it had went off the side of his mask and in, what are you going to do about that? That's just hockey. But this right here is a combination of just hockey and sloppy play.
Right.
Because it was a killer shot. I'm not going to take anything away from Hyman's shot, but
I think that was Podkolzin actually.
Podkolzin, excuse me.
The other two were Hyman's.
And but Freddie, if you had sealed the post, his odds of saving it were significantly higher than the way he did it. Freddie's bad about going either inside of his net or outside of his net. He doesn't seal it properly with his skate. He's bad at the feet. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, that's the only thing that I can say. Freddie made some tremendous
saves. He made good saves.
He made a great save against, we thought it was a great save against Draisaitl. It turned out it was just a great defensive stick and positioning from Keandre Miller, which made it go off the post. It never really even got to Anderson. But if it had gotten to Anderson, he had his skate there. He was in position.
Okay, the type of road game that you want to see in front of a sold-out building in Edmonton.
In a game that Edmonton They don't have to have it, but they needed it.
Yeah, it was against a good Eastern Conference opponent for them here, but they wanted the 2 points.
That's going to hold them at 68 points, which means Seattle's one away from them. And then, what did I say? The Sharks and the Kings, I believe, are chasing them. That's 2 games out for them. And Edmonton is really just a couple losses away from being
in
multiple
trouble
positions out of the postseason.
Right.
Because you don't want to be out of the postseason, and you definitely don't want to be out of the postseason with 3 teams fighting with you for it.
The West is wild.
West is wild. The West is an interesting thing. Nobody, you can drop any team from the Pacific division into the East anywhere, and they won't be in the post. They're all like don't have enough. They're not good enough to be in the Eastern Conference post. A good game.
Good game from the Canes. Right back at it tomorrow. We thought they'd play Bussy tonight, but either way,
you're playing the third worst. You played the worst team in the league. Now you're playing the third worst team in the league.
Right. Either way, you're playing one tonight and one tomorrow.
They just traded somebody away too.
Who's that? Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
They traded Kadri.
Kadri away.
Kadri from Calgary.
Kadri from Calgary. So they'll be even a little bit more.
Kadri went back to Colorado.
Choppy with new players in there, and
if you Hurricanes make one trade for Nick Delorier from the Flyers, defenseman, they send a left wing.
Left winger,
left winger. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time, and I'm barely talented enough to do them separately.
Won't see any ice time unless there's an injury.
No, we sent a 7th round pick to Philadelphia. This is a really minor deal. I thought we would see 2 or 3 minor deals. Yes, you're right. He's probably going to be healthy scratched, barring injury, but he is a bit of an enforcer, and there's not a whole lot of them in the game. He can throw hands.
Yeah, I have the feeling that that's exactly why he was brought here for like postseason. Gets a little chippy, bring him in.
If you talk to Flyers fans, they'll tell you he's not as powerful as he used to be, and he loses more fights than he used to. Well, this is somebody who'll go toe-to-toe with Tom Wilson. I saw him fight Rempe. Mm-hmm. He can kick ass, or he's willing to at least get involved.
Right.
And that's what he'll bring to this team.
Just add a little bit of grit. A little bit of grit.
Just a little bit, if he plays.
If he plays. And that's a long shot.
Surprised they didn't get a defender. That's what we said last year.
We need a defenseman right now. We immediately didn't get a defender. Trade line passes.
I mean, we have options. Riley's sitting there. He's on the trip. He'll play if Gostisbehere can't play. And then you've got some options in the minors. The team felt like the play that the younger players got when we had injuries earlier in the season made it so we didn't need to pick up anybody. The deadline, It sounded like.
Well, time will tell on that.
Yeah, it's a disappointing deadline, but they were realistic about things. They didn't reach. They didn't overplay.
Yeah, they're going to sign up for a bad
There's a reason why we don't have any bad contracts on this team, man. It's not our way to just recklessly throw.
Rod Brennamore said that we're one of the best teams in the league. All these other teams are making these trades to try to catch us.
That's true.
If it's not there and it's not good, we have no reason to we have to have this. Let's go big.
Yeah. What do we have? 3 expiring contracts? Freddie Anderson, Jankowski, and somebody else? I mean,
yeah, and I don't care if we lose just about any of them.
Right. That's actually the way we need to play, because the disappointing thing here is you just didn't use all your available cap. You didn't spend as much as you could.
I mean, you could still make a trade. It just won't be in the post.
Yeah, they won't be able to play in the post, and that's not how this is going to be done. So, frankly, I'm fine with it, but it does put a lot of pressure on the goalies to stay healthy.
Yes.
Freddie Anderson, I mean, and they're talking about Kochetkov maybe back for the playoffs. You and I aren't willing to entertain those ideas.
I don't like that idea at all. Don't bring in a man after he's missed the whole 60% of the season due to a surgery and recovery, and then you're that way into the post.
And even me, who's fine with plopping him in the postseason if need be, if he's healthy, I don't need to hear about it. I don't need to talk about it. If it happens,
it happens.
It happens.
Otherwise,
and it's going to have to be an emergency, because I'll tell you this one: Kochetkov comes back starting next season. If this season goes well and according to plan, Bussy's going to be the starter next year.
Yeah, it'll be Bussy and Kochetkov, I would imagine.
I mean, Kochetkov, he's not going to lose a job because of injury, but he's not the starter. I mean, Bussy's 25-3-1 or whatever the hell it is.
Fastest player in the league to 25 or goalie in the league to 25.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
all right. Anderson gets a win here. That's every time Freddie Anderson plays at this point, and we get 2 points, it's good.
it's fantastic.
Yes. So going to try and make it a good road trip with 6 out of 8 tomorrow in Calgary.
Yeah.
And we'll just continue on. Unlike the last 2 years, no big deals to be had at the deadline, but far less drama than last season, at least. Let's see. Last year at this time, we were burning Rantanen jerseys.
That's right. That's right.
And I was rushing over here to talk about Stanko. All right. Anything else, my friend? A good win here for the Canes.
Now we'll do it again tomorrow night.
All right. Canes win 6-3. Ehlers with a great game. Keandre Miller with a great game. Blake adds 2 goals late. And the Canes get a win. Find us at CarolinaHockeyMinute.com and everywhere you find podcasts. And until next time, go Canes.